there was so much guilt with having my second kid. I just rushed this so much to the point where like Griffin got like no time alone with me. People really think breast milk can cure cancer.
I know.
World peace.
I tried putting it on some of my skin rashes and I still had a rash.
No, it's because it's mostly water. I think that was like our parents' generation. They're like, you sit them down one time,
Yep.
you get it done, you never bring it up
Rip
again.
the Band-Aid.
And then the kids are like, one time my mom said penis. It was really scary.
Welcome back to Always Here. I'm your host, Abby Howard.
And I'm also Abby Howard.
And you're listening to our podcast.
We are here every Friday, or whenever you choose to listen to it, fit us in your schedule, to share the hope in the hard with heart and humor.
That's right.
I feel like we haven't said that for the past couple weeks.
I know. I don't even think we've done hope
and
and hearts in a while. Like we
Really?
kind of have. Yeah,
Okay.
but
I got them this week.
I do too.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Well, Easter was so fun.
Yes.
And super hopeful. I do think there was a little bit of a hard and just missing my family because all my family's in Missouri and we live in Arizona. So I feel like every holiday that comes around, I just feel a little FOMO. And that's always like a little sad. But it's always so fun here with our family here.
Yeah, wait, aren't your parents back in town?
My mom's back in town.
Okay.
But like my sisters, my grandma, I was thinking about this. I haven't seen my extended family in a really long time because we didn't go
tough.
back for Christmas this year. Like we went early with Vivian since she was so fresh. We just kind of skipped all the big parties. So yeah, I just haven't like seen any of my cousins or my aunts and uncles in a really long time.
That's sad.
I know. Yeah, when you think about it, you're like, dang, your time is just limited.
I guess, like, I would say my family's smaller, like, pretty small in the grand scheme of things. They're able to come out here and, like, but, you know, there's pros and cons to that. It's kind of fun probably to have, like, a huge family gathering and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Easter was fun. We had a good time. My grandma came to visit. That was actually my hope. It was really fun having my grandma. She stayed with us, but she hasn't stayed with us the past couple times that she came. Or actually just the last time she came, she stayed with my parents. And it was fun having her stay here. And my grandma is 82. She's like widowed. Does that sound like a bad way of saying it? My grandpa passed 2 years ago.
Yeah.
She's been a widow for 2 years now. And like she was married for over 50 years. And, you know, I always think, I'm like, what would be the worst possible thing that could happen in my life? And I'm like, Matt,
my gosh,
dying
I
would
know.
be like, sorry to make it heavy. I'm like, that would be the worst possible thing.
Yep.
But then honestly, like, looking at my grandma now, which my grandma and my grandpa for their entire lives were like attached at the hip, like did everything together. But like watching my grandma now has honestly been so inspiring to me because I'm like, okay, probably the worst thing ever has happened to her.
Right.
And like I'm looking at her like have a new lease on life kind of sounds like she would never have chosen that. She would still choose to have my pawpaw here for sure.
Yeah.
But like seeing the way that she has like moved through that grief and like carried it with her and like honestly like put herself in this position that she is now where she's like traveling for the first time ever at 82. My grandpa had like a severe fear of flying. They didn't have the finances to travel when they were younger. Wasn't even really a thought. And then later on in life when they had the money and the finance and the like ability to, they still like he had a severe fear of flying. And so now my grandma this year is like going to Greece. She's going to Alaska.
Yeah.
She's coming here. And it's like cool and inspiring. Like she has all of her girlfriends and I don't know. I just see her. She's a very resilient woman. I really respect that about her. And also, like, our whole family, she lives in the Midwest, too. Our whole family, like, left our hometown. Except for her. And so she has every reason to, like, kind of sulk and, like, I don't know.
Maybe feel alone or
not try new things and just, like, just feel down on herself.
Right.
But she kept talking to me about, she's like, growing old is not, she's like, there's a lot of good things about growing old. I thought she was being sarcastic. She was not.
No,
she's like, there's a lot of good things about growing old. And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Grandma. Like, I feel like I don't want to hear bad things about getting old, you know? Throw back to our Botox
She's
episode.
such a Spitfire.
And she is a Spitfire. That
love
comes
it.
with its pros and cons. But I'm like, well, okay, like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, she goes, I have a much lower appetite now. She's like,
That's her first bro.
That's the first thing that she thought about. She's like, I don't need to eat as much food.
Oh my gosh.
To feel full. And I was like, well, can't wait for that day. Gosh. Seriously, I'm not there, but I'm
my
excited for
gosh.
that day. And then she's like, also, she goes, great grandchildren. And she's like, so, which I'm like, I'm always excited to be a grandma, which is,
Yes.
I'm 27, but I'm excited for it.
It is so
but then
inspiring.
I'm like, great grandchildren,
Totally.
another bonus. And
Totally.
so it is, she like kept saying like, these casual, like really fun things about growing old. She's so active. She goes to her little workout class. People from my hometown send me pictures on Instagram of my grandma planking. 82.
I was going to say, it's so inspiring seeing, like, she's 82 with great-grandchildren, and she's on the floor playing with them, up and at them,
Picking
going
them
all
up?
day. Like, yeah, she picks them up.
I know. I'm like, stop doing that.
They're literally almost as tall as her.
Literally
She's so small.
She's like 4'10".
Yeah, she's so small.
She's going to get mad if she watches this because she is 4'11", she claims.
Oh, sorry. But I mean, it's so impressive, and it's just a goal. You're like, that is the goal.
I know.
To-
I'm so grateful that I have like an example like her to look up to.
Yes, totally.
And both my grandmas, but specifically just since I spent the whole weekend with my grandma, I don't normally see.
Right.
I was just like, it was really good. Matt always tells me I'm just like her.
Yeah,
which I'm
in
like,
a lot of ways you are.
I'm
Yeah.
like, thanks.
Yes.
And I like, so anyway, it was fun. We also, it was my grandpa's birthday, the same day as Easter. So together we made a carrot cake, which was his favorite type of cake. And we like just talked about him as we made it. And it was really sweet and special. Because we were like thinking about something we want to do that would like honor him and memorialize him. But we're like, we don't want it to be sad.
Right.
Like Matt was like, we could play Go Cubs Go. Like, which
Is that his favorite game?
He was, it's a song.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a game.
I feel like that's fair.
Go Cubs
Go,
Go.
That's what they play at
Cubs.
the end
Go
of
Cubs, go.
the Cubs games if they win.
See, listen, I'm a
Chicago,
Cardinals
what do you
fan, so
say?
just don't know that
Cubs are
one.
gonna. I
Win
could
2K.
cry right now. You want me to cry right now?
No, stop.
This
I
is
thought it was
me.
a game with
no, I'm
stacking
gonna cry
cups.
right
Oh,
now.
okay, let it feel
My
it, feel
great
it.
grandpa. This.
Your great grandpa?
I'm going back another generation.
I didn't know you knew your great
I
grandparents.
come from a generations of Cub fans, okay? And it's like it's not even like lighthearted, like it's like really,
It's
really
serious.
serious.
I know.
And I feel bad. I feel like I'm not a member of the family because I don't care that much, but I
Addie's
care.
nodding. She's like, yeah.
I have secondary care a lot. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I have this just image of my grandpa's my grandma's dad in the nursing home. I'm so sad thinking about this.
Aw.
Like he was like hunched over and he would watch reruns of the Cubs. This man lived to like upper 90s. Like he lived a
Wow.
long life. Never saw them win a World Series.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And they would just put a song. I just really wanted him to see them win a World Series. We can have a hope that he knows.
2016.
He's watching from above.
I don't know. I was asking my grandma all these questions about heaven, and she's
Yeah.
like very like she's like, nope, that's not there. She's like,
Darn it.
I said, do you think Papa can see us right now? She's like, no.
No, and he don't care.
And I was like, okay, well,
I love that.
I was like, that's
hilarious.
an interesting take. It was so
Like,
quick.
thank you, Grandma.
You're like, I was
You're like,
trying to be
moving on.
sentimental there.
Anyway, I was like, okay.
I love that.
Anyway, Go Cubs Go, and then we and my grandma were like, no, that's gonna make us cry.
Aw.
And so we made a carrot cake instead. And we all
It was
enjoyed
good. It was delicious.
Wow, that was a long one. I cried during my hope, but it was really a happy hope. I love my grandma.
It's sweet.
It was fun having her visit, and yeah, it's so special having like that generation. That's the perk of like my parents had kids pretty young, so then you still have a grandma too.
Yeah, I
though.
know. My grandma should be 93 this year.
Wow.
I know. I FaceTimed her for a while yesterday. It's sad. Like, I feel like this is the first year where I've really seen her start to like, you know, she's getting slow. Like the first year I've noticed her age.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's been like your grandma. She's just had so much energy and just so peppy and spunky. And this year I'm like, okay, yeah, girl, you're 93. And she always makes jokes about it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like lighthearted and funny. But yeah, she can't come out here to visit
Yeah.
now, which is a bummer. But I'm actually, one of my hopes was that I booked a bunch of plane tickets. One is me and Caleb's trip, like our special fun trip, which
That's
I'm
so
sure I'll share
fun.
like later in the year. And then I'm booking a trip to go home in the summer, which I didn't get to do that last year. I know, I'm so excited to go home, especially like St. Louis summer is so nostalgic.
Yes.
And take CJ there, and I don't know, it'll just be great because you always go in the winter, and it's just not as much to do in the winter.
Yeah, no. Boo.
So it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited.
Really fun.
Yeah,
What was your hard?
my hard. I think it was just missing my family.
Yeah.
And we've had just like a handful of health issues going on behind the scenes that I probably won't talk about now. But yeah, I just feel like when you're dealing with those things, everything's fine. But you're just like, ugh, the waiting, the anticipation of it. is always trying to stay content in those moments can be difficult sometimes. But
and there's not answers.
totally. But yeah, we feel good about it.
My heart is like a little bit lighter, but it's like, gosh, I just feel like I'm not fully present anywhere I go in my life right now. Like I feel like I'm just constantly thinking about, okay, what are the things I got to do, and what should I think about next, or like and then everywhere I'm at, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of things, but am I actually fully available when I'm where my 2 feet are anytime? And so, yeah, I don't really know how to combat that very well.
Actually, last night, Kale put on Casey Neistat, made a YouTube video talking about this.
Really?
I didn't watch the whole thing, so I can't tell you the conclusion of it. But he made a whole thing about how he feels like in his day. He has 4 quadrants of like what he wants to do, that's productive, what he doesn't want to do, but it's productive, what he does not want to do, and it's not productive, but he does it anyway. And then, so he had
Why
all
does
these,
that quadrant exist?
well, it's like scrolling or going on social media, like time wasters. He was mostly talking about like procrastination, but
Yeah.
he kind of, I feel like he talks a lot about that feeling of like you're doing a lot and you're spinning your wheels, but nothing's getting done.
Oh, no, I feel like I'm getting a lot done, actually.
Oh, you do feel like you're
I just feel like I'm not, like,
present.
being a good friend. I'm not, like, being a good wife, not being, like, I just feel like mom guilt. Like, I'm, like, not fully, like, actually where I am, where my feet are. Like, I'm, like, okay, I'm, like, having a conversation with you, but I'm, like, really in the back of my head, I'm thinking about, okay, do we have X, Y, and Z set aside, like, ready for dinner tonight, or what are we going to do with about this amount of time, or how is the carp, like, just all these other random things, which I feel like that is always a thing, but it just feels like it's a really present issue at the time. Like I'm like, there's always, as moms, we're always multitasking, always having things going on, but right now I'm like, I feel like I can't compartmentalize like I need to and like be where I'm at, and like, so.
Well, you guys have had so much going on. I feel like anytime you go out of town or you have upcoming trips or things planned, you're always thrown out of your routine a little bit. And when you're out of your routines, you just start to feel a little like just not as confident in what you're.
I just need to clear the deck.
Clear the deck. Start fresh.
I see that too without like you're not working out. Like you're doing your walks, but it's not the same as
I
like
do
going
think that's
and having your
affecting me.
phone put away. Like you actually don't have access to your phone. So and when you're working out at Burn, you have to be present. Like you really can't be thinking about other stuff. So it's like an
So
actual
true.
set aside time rather than your walks. You have your phone. You could reply to a text. You could listen to this audiobook. You're doing the multitasking even when you're working out now.
That's a good point. I think
So
that's
I'm
what
like,
it is.
You're missing a
probably.
little bit of your typical routine there.
We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, the update on the pelvic rest. We pray it comes to an end.
Yes.
I need to work out. I need to get some rage out.
Get that rage out. That's another thing that's really exciting is our event is this weekend, which when this is posted, it'll have already happened, but we have not lived this event yet. And I'm so excited.
Yes, we're so excited.
My cousin Diana is coming in for her baby moon and she's coming to the event. So shout out Diana. She says she listens every week, which is so sweet. Yeah. So I'm excited. It'll just be such a fun, girly morning.
I'm excited. It'll be fun.
It will be fun. We had our meeting with the trainers and we're like, let's not make it like killer hard. But I did think the workout looked pretty hard.
We'll
it's
debrief
always
next
hard.
week on if it was actually hard.
I'm excited. That would be a fun one.
It looks like all of our favorite exercises.
Agreed. Well, that's awesome. We do have a wow that's crazy this week.
Oh, wait. We never talked about you being late to Easter dinner.
Oh, well, I didn't really think that I was late.
That was my heart. I'm just kidding. I just rolled her eyes.
I knew that I was late. I sent a text. I said the Brussels sprouts are still cooking, which now that you saw my Instagram post, you know why. I dropped all of them.
Oh,
They fell out of the oven.
Oh, also, by the way, you thought in my reel that Addie was my mom.
Yeah.
That was you?
But
Yeah.
Brielle.
Oh, well, it
Brielle.
seemed like nighttime.
No.
No.
It was
like 3
It
p.m.
was when Brielle woke up from her nap.
It was just a flash and going past in the balcony.
One of the boys has a pink sleep sack.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, also, why are we upstairs?
She was taking a nap.
She was taking a nap.
Oh, okay.
Brielle's not allowed
I thought it
in
was
the
your
upper
mom
level.
carrying towels.
That was Addie.
Take another look over there.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
She
I
said,
was
come
wrong.
on,
I
Abigail.
said, come on, Abigail. What the heck? There were followers who knew it was me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so out of the loop.
You're so out of the loop. You don't even know who Addie is.
I tried to
You don't
comment a
even know
joke.
who
It
I am.
backfired. I was late to Easter.
It wasn't a big deal. It was just funny because, wait, why was it? What were we talking about?
It was funny because what time did you show up?
5:47.
5:45.
5:40.
47.
Well, here's the funny thing is I had Blake check the time, arrival time, so everyone knows. 5 p.m. is when dinner was.
Okay, never got that text. I just assumed.
You know what? That's actually fair.
I never got the text. I just said I think it's 5 because that's when Sunday dinner normally is.
Yeah.
Yes. Which sometimes you preface with 5 is dinner. We're going to eat at 5:30. So I knew there was some wiggle room.
There's always wiggle room. I'm never going to get mad about people being late.
I was really hoping there's wiggle room.
There's always wiggle room.
This is the funny thing. I texted my mom when we left because I knew we'd be leaving slightly late. I said leaving now at 5:11. So we left our apartment at 5:11.
Mm-hmm.
Arrival time's 5 p.m. We get there probably then at like 5:20, and my mom pulls up and she's like, I thought it started at 5. I'm like, it does.
Sorry.
But I was also, your grandma was walking in with us. I was like, this is normal.
No. Here's the thing. As someone that's chronically late, I'm never going to be upset about someone being late. Like, it literally doesn't bother me. And because I'm like, yeah, I mean, every time is an ish. You know what I mean? But it was just funny because that was the one day I was actually on time. So I had everything prepped.
Really?
Because I was like, I'm going to work in advance and then I'll just chill.
Sure.
It took until 5 o'clock. So that's how bad my time management is. Apparently.
That was great time management, actually.
And, well, I thought I was going to have like an hour of extra time.
Of course. I thought I was good because I got there, I put my food down on the table, and then your food came out, but it was just warming, huh?
Well, then you went to the front porch and started taking pictures.
I was like, oh, they're still cooking. The food wasn't out. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
It's okay. It gave the time for the kids to open their Easter baskets.
It's fine, honestly.
I had no idea that we were being an inconvenience.
Well, that's for the people who think we're like so serious. That shows you that we weren't that upset.
Yeah.
Abigail
I literally didn't care at all. I wasn't even actually hungry, so I was just like, thank goodness we
You
have
didn't
extra
eat for like
time.
an hour.
Your grandma warned you when you broke in that brunch. She said, it's going to be a lot of food. And you're like, I'm pregnant. I'm going to eat it all. And then you get to dinner, you're like, I can't eat any of
I had a
this.
tummy ache. I had a
Once
tummy
you
ache.
ate, you said you felt better though.
I felt better once I ate. I feel like Encantera poisoned me from the brunch. Because me and Griffin both had a tummy ache.
Oh,
That was that chocolate fountain, man.
a chocolate fountain will do that.
It's cycling through some.
It's something. Yeah, there's a lot of germs in this thing.
I know. And I really enjoyed it.
You enjoyed the germs. Well, the food at Easter was amazing.
Food was amazing.
And that's all that
everybody.
matters.
It was
Great work.
It was amazing.
Okay, that leads us into our wow.
Sorry
It's
to throw you
crazy.
under the bus, Abigail.
It's okay. It's okay. You can call me out. I'm not upset. I'll be better next time. I was early.
You have a baby.
I was on time to 2 things this week.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so I think I'm making a turn.
You're on a roll.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Policy Genius, for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
It's now spring and everything is growing. The plants outside. Our kids are outgrowing their clothes. We have babies galore.
We're growing, baby.
We are growing. And as everything is growing, there becomes a renewed sense of responsibility and urgency to protect what matters most.
That's where Policy Genius comes in. Policy Genius fits our growing family by making scaling coverage easy. Prioritize your peace of mind and let Policy Genius help you lock in your life insurance today.
Policy Genius is an online insurance marketplace that allows you to compare quotes from some of America's top insurers side by side for free.
Their licensed team helps you get what you need fast so that you can just get on with your life. Easily find what you need, coverage amounts, prices, terms, no guesswork, just clarity.
I really appreciate that because something like getting life insurance sounds so big, overwhelming, confusing, daunting, scary. I'm like, when am I going to just sit down and compare policies?
Right,
like,
totally.
It's so nice that it's all streamlined for you, very user-friendly. So protect your family with a policy that grows with your life.
With Policy Genius, you can see if you can find 20-year life insurance policies starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage. Head to policygenius.com/Abby to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/Abby.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
Talking about time management.
Yes, talking about time management. Jake Shane, he's a creator, a comedian. He came up on my For You page on TikTok, and this video stopped me in my tracks. He, I guess, in the past, he kind of has some beef with European Wax Center, and he had previously gone on a rant.
The whole franchise?
The whole franchise. He had gone on a rant, I guess, about they have a 9-minute grace period for their 15-minute appointments. And I guess he thought that the 9-minute grace period was really weird. Like, why not 10? You know?
Oh,
like
I can see
9
that.
minutes is a weird number.
Hey,
And
you remember it, though.
that is memorable.
That's probably why they do it.
Yes. And they can't give you, like, normally if you go to the doctor, it's a 15-minute grace period, which I know that well.
Were you late today?
No, I'm always like, I have 15 minutes.
Okay, that's great.
I
But-
always follow their protocol that says, please arrive 15
you're
minutes
supposed to be there
early.
15 minutes early.
Never once have I gotten there 15 minutes early.
Paperwork.
Today I had an appointment today. I got there on time. I was just 2 minutes early, and I was like crushing it.
You're crushing it. What am I gonna do with all this free time?
Yeah, well, I did have to do paperwork. So anyway, Jake Shane had this podcast rant about the 9-minute grace period, and then him and European Wax Center had like some funny beef back and forth. So European Wax Center sent him a snark, basically like a snark coupon PR box that says Jake Shane VVIP member, exclusive 11-minute grace period because smooth doesn't rush, and then it has an asterisk and it says valid for select guests who don't know how to manage their time. Grace period does not extend appointment time. Physical card must be present at checkout. They literally sent him a snark
He has to bring this massive coupon in.
and he did it.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did. He posted it on his Instagram.
So he wasn't offended, but the internet was offended.
Yeah, I was shocked at the comments. A lot of people were mad at European Wax Center. They said that was like mean, petty. I'm like, this is
2
Internet
free
gold.
minutes.
2 extra minutes. Yeah, it's gracious.
That's gracious.
For a 15-minute appointment, you have 4 minutes to get in and out.
First of all, I do think 9 minutes is fair if it's a 15-minute appointment.
Agreed, yeah, that
But
makes
as like for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, I run late. I still have to suffer the consequences
Of course.
of my own lateness.
Normally,
okay?
yeah, I always do.
So if I'm too late, then here we
I
go.
can't get in, that's
I
fine.
can't get in. That's on me. We talk about it. Everyone has consequences.
Right.
With the kids, I'm like, adults have consequences. But I think the part about it that I can kind of see where they're like, oh gosh, where it's like for people who can't manage their time.
You're like, dang.
That one cuts deep.
That one, I'm like, oof, that's me. Oof, I feel that one.
That is rough. So he wasn't offended that other people.
It didn't seem like he was offended. I mean, he read it in a tone where he was joking, obviously. You know, he's like, they called me out. Sinister. They cut to the
I feel
core.
like people like that love that type of humor, though.
Oh my
You know
gosh.
what I mean,
I mean, we're
love that
talking
kind
about
of,
it,
like,
you know?
Poking fun humor. This may
Totally.
be an inappropriate follow-up question, but what is Jake Shane getting waxed?
What do men get waxed? I have no idea. I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine, but I don't want to imagine
Maybe-
what
Can he
men
use
get
eyebrows?
waxed.
eyebrows, chest?
That's what I'm saying.
If it's only a 15-minute appointment, it can't be for something that extensive.
I think it's probably manscaping, but you know, I've just never really
Have
thought much
either
about
of you
that.
gotten waxed?
I've gotten one wax before our wedding.
Really?
Was it so painful?
No, it wasn't that it was so painful. I was just like, I'll just never do it again. You know what I mean? You have to let your hair grow out,
I hate that.
which that to me feels like automatically I'm out on
Yeah,
that.
like in
Yeah.
the summer, you're like, oh, I have an
Oh.
appointment in 2 weeks, so I gotta.
Let it grow. What are you going to do? Not go to the pool? You know what I mean?
Some people would just say, let it fly. That is
I mean,
to
teach
their
their own.
No, that's why I'm such a fan of laser. I've never gotten waxed. I got lasered, and that was such a great experience for me.
Yeah, I remember with the waxing, it wasn't the initial, like they'd rip it off, obviously, and you're like, ooh, it stings. But then they take the hot piece of paper and they go over the same spot again multiple times. And that was when I was like, all right,
Like, that's
get
enough.
off. Like a little punch, you know, get out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to grow it out. That with lasering,
Yeah.
you shave before you go. So
Oh, why?
because it'll burn you otherwise. They're
Oh.
just getting the follicle.
Oh, wow.
So it goes through your skin.
Interesting. Very
And it
interesting.
doesn't hurt that. Well, when I got it done, because I got it done so long ago, where I was, they didn't have like the pain-free lasers.
Oh.
So it actually did kind of hurt. But like not terrible. But now they have like painless experience and you can get it done.
I've been
You probably
hearing
have to get
that.
a lot of appointments.
Yeah, more sessions, which more money in their pockets, so we'll say. But is it
Worth
worth
it.
it for, no pain? Sure.
Well, it's worth it just to not have any
Hair.
maintenance, like anything to do.
I know. My armpit hair grows so fast.
Oh yeah, I got my armpits lasered once and I got
Yeah,
pregnant.
that
I
would
would
be
do
worth
that.
it. Same.
And then there's no darkness either or razor burn.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's so
I thought that
funny.
was great. I loved the snarky PR. That was the first time I've ever seen a snark
I mean,
PR.
if he's going to be publicly saying stuff, then they
Uh-huh.
are allowed to publicly defend themselves.
I know.
I think
And
that's
in a
fine.
playful way.
Yeah,
I
and
thought it
here's
was
the thing:
funny.
he didn't have to post that. He thought it was
No.
funny, so he posted it.
Totally. Agreed.
So you know what? I love it.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved all the waxers in the comments that were like, it really is inconvenient if you're 9 minutes late for an appointment. And I was like, I could see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Sets their whole day off.
It does. Yeah. I'm like, if we're booked and busy, baby, you better be on time.
And it's also just like a time that they could have filled that slot. You know.
Exactly. So I get it.
I get it.
Yeah. I thought it was genius marketing. Okay. Do you ever feel guilty about being late? I sure do. Moving on to mom guilt.
Good
Segue.
transition.
Thank you.
No, actually, I feel like guilt is like my common state. That's something I feel like I'm always just like, oh, I just feel so guilty about that.
Still.
But you know what? It's okay. Everyone's got their things.
I used to be such a guilty kid to the point where I would guilt myself into throwing up. Like I would
Oh
feel
my
so sick to my
gosh.
stomach with guilt that I would throw up. Happened multiple times.
My God.
Yeah, I grew out of that, but I think that like
You
kept
had
me from
anxiety.
doing bad things. I definitely had anxiety. And my anxiety always would come through as vomiting.
Well, I thought you also pulled out your hair.
Well, I did, yes, as a child. Yeah, there are a few things that look
A few warning signs.
a few warning signs. I don't struggle with anxiety now, but I definitely did through like high school.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's funny. We're past that.
Interesting looking back on it. Yeah, I feel like mom and guilt kind of, unfortunately,
They go hand in hand.
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And we actually polled some of you guys on our Always Here podcast Instagram. So thank you to those of you that follow us there. If you don't already follow us there, give us a follow and you can be a part of these episodes. It's really fun to like interact in that way. A whopping 93% of you guys that are moms reported having experienced mom guilt.
93%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the 7 that didn't, honestly. I'm like, what does your lifestyle look like?
Well, I'll share this a little bit later, but I didn't really feel mom guilt when I just had CJ.
Okay, actually, yeah.
Yeah, with my
Agreed.
first, I didn't really feel it as much.
Agreed.
It's now with subsequent children where I feel it more, but I'll talk about that later. So maybe they just don't feel good. Maybe they feel very confident in their decisions, which is like always the goal.
That was actually something I was going to say too, is that I do feel like you can be confident and feel guilty.
Yeah.
Unless I'm delusional, because I feel like I do have a lot of confidence as
Same.
a mom, but then I'm just like, also, I do also feel guilty. Maybe they can both exist.
I'm the same. Yeah.
Yeah. And let me tell you, mom guilt can bring you to some wild places and some mental spirals. And I have surely found myself there many times, which we will get to my personal experience in a little bit. But we asked you guys, what is the wildest thing mom guilt has led you to believe? And we got a lot of funny responses. And I'm saying funny. It's obviously like it probably wasn't funny for you at the time because I
Right.
know how real it feels in that moment.
Yes.
But in hindsight, reflecting on it, you're like, oh, that was
just anxiety.
that was not
That was
real.
just guilt.
And you know what? Sometimes you need other moms to be like, hey, by the way, that's not on you.
Right.
That was going to happen regardless.
For
or
sure.
like, this is something that's outside of your control. Your
Yeah.
kids, like, things happen. And it's not actually always your fault. Shocker.
Exactly. Totally.
Shocker.
Shocker. Who would have thought?
You want to read some of them?
Natalie said that my breast milk is ruining my baby's organs. Turns out she just has a dairy allergy. That's a real one. Like when you're breastfeeding and nursing and you don't know why your kid is upset or uncomfortable or in pain, it does feel like it's your fault.
Yeah.
When they're only eating what you're giving them. I get
When
that.
you give it to them.
Right.
Right. Like how you're giving it to them.
Exactly. There's a lot of stress around that.
This one just says, Belle's Grace says that I was demon possessed.
That's what her mom guilt made her believe.
I need more to that
She's
story.
like, rebuke that. We rebuke that. Sydney said, my little boy has a speech delay because I let him have light up toys as a baby. Why do I feel that? I'm like, oh, if I give my kid toys that are overstimulating, they're going to have ADHD,
I feel like there's so many milestone mom guilt things. Like so much mom guilt associated with baby milestones.
Yes.
You're like, oh, they're not doing this because I didn't do something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, probably, honestly, let's blame marketing on some of that.
I was going to say it's marketing.
Marketing, because they're like, oh,
Yeah.
this toy helps with this, or these
Right.
contrast cards with this. It's like, sure, I'm sure it helps these things, but
Right.
like, babies are going to develop in the way that they're going to develop.
Right.
And like, not because you use this toy versus this toy, or you didn't use toys, or you like,
Right.
so many of those. Actually, this past weekend, what was it?
Oh, yeah, with Vivian's like sitting up.
You're like, she's not sitting up because I didn't.
I'm not giving her enough attention.
Yeah, and I was like, but you didn't say it as a
No.
joke. Like, she said it for
I
real.
know. I was like, I wonder if I'm just not giving her enough attention.
I was like,
Here's
As
the
I'm, like,
mom
holding
guilt
her.
aside to me. I'm like, you think I'm giving Brielle more attention than you're giving to Vivian? There's no way.
That's
I'm like, you are such a good mom. There's no.
Oh, that's
don't
sweet.
compare it to the time spent because I'm sure it's more.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
No.
It is. It was crazy how our minds go there.
I don't know.
yeah.
Especially when you have kids close together, close in age. Too.
Yeah.
It's like really easy.
And it's crazy how much a month is different because, for context, Addie's daughter Brielle is a month older to the dot than Vivian. And so it's so fun seeing Brielle's milestones because I'm like, oh, that's what I'm left to look forward to next month. That's what's coming. Like, it's been so fun to watch. And then then I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe she's like, she's not sitting up because I'm not practicing her sitting up as much, you know? I just had immediately the guilt.
Before Brielle one time, and I was like,
it's so
what?
babies are going to do their own thing. And I have to remind myself that. So thank you, ladies, for reminding me that.
Cecilia says that letting my 9-month-old play independently is ignoring him and bad for him all the time.
I remember feeling that with CJ because he loves independent play. And so I was like, I think I'm just a bad mom ignoring him. Like he just was so content.
He's just having fun, okay?
Totally.
Leave him alone.
Anna said, if I left a drop of water in a bottle from washing it, could kill my baby. That's real. A lot of what?
do you remember one time we were sitting in this room before it was this room, and Blake was warming up Brielle's bottle, and he accidentally like dropped, like he had the lid off measuring the temperature of it, and he dropped it in, and he came in, and he's like, it might have gotten a little water. I'm like, look it up. You looked it up. You're like, it's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I think he's fine.
I'm like,
she'll be good.
It got water.
It is. They were like, don't give water to your babies.
Yeah.
So they get a drop.
I
and
feel
you're like,
that would.
Think about how much water's in your breast milk.
yeah.
It's like 80%.
I know, but no one talks about that.
No one talks
Okay.
about that.
They
They,
just
just
say,
say,
"Don't give
give
them water."
Okay, wow.
They'll drown them. No, I don't know how it works.
This person says, I thought I was going to get CPS called on me because I couldn't breastfeed my firstborn. Not CPS. You're going far down the spiral,
Oh my God.
ma'am.
Because you couldn't breastfeed my firstborn. Oh, that mom guilt will get you.
The breastfeeding will bring you to some
It'll bring you to your knees.
It'll bring you to your knees.
Because I work from home and can't spend every minute with my toddler, she isn't as smart or loved.
So much guilt
it's sad.
associated with working as a mom.
It is.
That's
Probably
yeah.
most of it for me, I feel like.
Same.
Lindsay said, if I don't enjoy every moment, I'm ungrateful.
Oh my gosh, I do that. I tell Matt, I'm like, what would you do for 1 hour of 1-year-old Griffin time back? Or like 3-year-old Griffin? Gonna cry right now. Because I'm like, oh, don't turn on a show. We're not playing with them. We're having fun.
Literally.
Or yeah, whew, that'll get you. This one says, I thought that if I didn't breastfeed my baby straight from my breast, he wouldn't know what love was. Some people do be kind of saying that though.
Yeah.
They do, dude. I have so much. I agree with breastfeeding. I love it. But the propaganda against moms, I'm like,
I have to tell you something.
Chill
I had to
out.
ask my mom how I was fed.
I was
Because guess
nursed.
what? I loved my mom.
Yeah,
Had
I
a
was
great
formula fed.
I was formula fed. I had no clue. Because you know what?
No.
There comes a point
There
where
comes
it
a
doesn't
point.
really.
I know. I'm like, I get it. Like the benefits are clear, you know, between formula and breast
Yeah,
milk.
do it if you can.
But if you can't, it's like, why are we making people feel so horrible about
Gotta
it?
stop that.
We've gotta stop. It's just propaganda.
Some people really think breast milk can cure cancer.
I know.
World peace.
I know. Like, I tried putting it on some of my skin rashes, and I still had a rash.
No, it's because it's mostly water.
We're gonna
Don't
get come
get down
from in
there.
the comments.
No,
let me
we're
tell you.
I'm not doing
We
it.
are gonna get come.
No, it's great. I do it.
We do it.
I
We
do
believe
it. I
in
literally
it.
actually kill myself to do it.
Yeah, we actually are dying inside.
I cry. I like literally die to do it.
I get it. I get it.
I
but
get it.
like,
I will continue to
but
do
also
it.
we need to stop.
At any cost.
Matt's like begging you. He's like, please.
He's like, please, you're going insane. You're not okay.
You're like, get back.
Put this in your mouth. Okay,
gosh.
Lindsay says, if they watch TV, I'm failing / ruining them.
I probably believe that a little bit. I know it's not true.
I know it's not true.
Alicia, that letting my baby cry it out will cause autism.
Oh, wow. I've never even heard that one.
I mean, your guilt will lead you to believe anything. It's true. I thought 1 extra minute of sleep would ruin my baby's entire sleep schedule. I mean,
I sometimes feel that way. I'm like,
I
gotta get her
know.
up right. 2
1
hours,
minute.
no minutes
to the
more.
schedule.
60 seconds, man.
I know.
That'll get you. Allie says, I lost my patience one time today, and now I've caused lifelong emotional damage.
That one's so real because I'm like, I feel like the things that could potentially cause lifelong emotional damage are just things that you're not even thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I feel like it's gonna. I think I heard this in a sermon, and this pastor was like, we're all going to eventually have a conversation with our kids where they're going to sit us down and be like, these are the things that you did wrong. And I know, I was like, oh, it's so dark. And obviously that's not like our goal. Like we're actively trying to not cause those things. But then it's like in those moments we have to learn how to like be humble and like learn how to take it. Anyway, it was really good. I was like, man, that's just so
I've
true.
never done that to my parents.
I feel like me and my sisters
It
have
would
processed
really
a lot with
hurt
our
my
childhood,
feelings.
but we've had such blessed childhoods.
Yeah, I can't really think of it. I mean, it's not like anything comes to the top of my mind. This one's because my daughter is adopted, I'll never fully fill the void like her biological mom could.
Oh,
Okay, now that one's really. You should actually probably see someone. That seems really deep. And probably, I'm sure there's a lot of other moms that you could find community with that maybe relate or feel the same way or can actually kind of speak into that. Because that's a tough one to carry.
Yes, and it's not true. And it's just
Not true.
heavy. Yeah, you got to work through that one. Honestly, mom guilt makes me believe that I am the only one that can do anything for him.
That can happen.
I feel like I've experienced that a lot in the newborn stage when a lot of it does fall on me. And then I'm like, I have to actively fight against it. I'm like, Caleb is an amazing dad. He just does things differently than me. They're not wrong. They're just different. And I had to learn to like just shut up and like let it be.
Well,
because I'm like,
Caleb's
he's doing
Matt
it right.
too. Matt would like always ask me, and I like we kind of got in that like pattern because he's like, I want to do it the way you want me to do it, and then I was like, yeah, my way is the only way, and then finally I was like, no, you're fully capable. You can make these. You're the parent. Same like, and so you can kind of fall into that pattern where it's like. Or if you're like, hey, that's not the right way, it's like, it can be a back and forth that like spirals.
Agreed.
That it's a burden for anyone besides myself to watch my child.
Oh yeah. I think like I've experienced some of that too. That I failed because my baby chose a bottle over me when I went back to work. Oh, you didn't fail.
That is
It's
sad.
not true.
That I wasn't a good mom and I should give my daughter up for adoption.
Major postpartum depression. I was fine. That was something that right before I had CJ, a woman looked at me and she was like, hey, I just want you to know that you could potentially have really crazy thoughts postpartum. And I just want you to know that they're not true. And you're not crazy if that happens. And you just need to tell someone about it. She started telling me some of the thoughts that she had that were like, that plagued her when she was postpartum. And they were just like really wild things. But her being so vulnerable and honest with me really prepared me well. And thankfully I didn't experience anything like that. But if you don't have someone that tells you that that could happen postpartum with your hormones and everything, 100% those thoughts could like drive you to feeling guilty. 100%.
Or, I mean, even postpartum psychosis can, like, there's some, like, it's not the norm, but it's, like, good to know those things so you can be like, okay, because also it's an isolating time.
Right.
You don't have a lot of people in your life at that time that are like, hey, by the way, that's not,
right.
Or you're not just, like, having girl chat a lot. So it's good to know it in advance because you're like, it could easily spiral out of control on your own.
Definitely.
That my little infant no longer loved me because I started working. So many work
I love
ones.
that she was my literal infant. It's like they have no idea time, like frame of reference for time.
They're asleep.
They're like little dogs at that point. They have no idea. Freshly postpartum, I cried if I didn't take a pic of my baby every day. Why? I don't even know.
Actually, that unlocked something for me. I was so type B, okay? I guess, apparently. I never was the mom that was able to get, like, even during my pregnancies, like weekly bump shots. And then it carried in massively into monthly photos of my kids. I know you got them, Abigail. I tried both times. I was like, this time I'm going to do it. And I have the pillow and everything. The blanket never happened. And I was so mad. I do still carry guilt about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. I took monthly bump shots with Vivian, and guess what? I have nothing to do with them. I don't know where to put them.
I don't think the bump shots matter as much. I want the pictures of my kids, but I'm like, dang it.
Yeah,
I've been doing the pictures of Brielle. I stopped at like 2 months doing it with like anything specific. Like I had like a little plaque that had the month. I stopped doing that because then that was too much pressure. I was like, oh, if it's not on the right day. I was like, just around.
Yeah.
Look at me, guys. I'm so flexible.
Ooh, baby.
No, that's a good thing to have.
It's so funny. I remember some of the months I would forget to take the bump picture. So then the next month I'd be like, well, let me just suck the bump in a little bit. But month 6.
I
and
did
then
weekly
back
bump
to back
pictures.
take month
That's
7.
crazy.
I did weekly bump Polaroids, but I don't think I have weeks like 32 through 36.
Oh my gosh, you did weekly?
That was a
That's
problem.
kind of cool.
I shouldn't. It was fun, but I was like, I shouldn't have done it. Because then I was just, what I did is I had all the extra things. So I had like a sign, and then that just gets overwhelming. And I wear the
Yeah.
same outfit rather than just being like, take the picture,
Right.
take the picture,
Right.
take the picture.
It's
So,
hard to produce. Hard to produce those.
I feel that one of like not sending enough pictures to my family. That's why I would
Same.
take daily pictures, is so that I could send them to my family, and I stopped doing that and then felt guilty for not doing that.
Oh, that's a real one, Addie. That's real. Being on my phone will give my baby brain cancer because EMFs.
What?
What is EMFs?
I don't know. Electromagnetic field.
Yeah, like radio waves.
Hello,
Isn't there
baby.
so much in our house
Do you ever
already?
do
We
that
are
so
STEM.
much where
We
like
are
I have my
STEM.
phone next to my lap and I'm like, not
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
not
get out of
near
my
my
crotch.
eggs.
Yeah, literally.
I put it here. I put it in my bra sometimes. I'm like, nope. Not in my.
Gotta move it out of there, baby.
Can't put it.
Can't get me over here.
Can't give me EMF.
Yeah, no, that's hard. That's a hard one. Oh, this one says that I was making my child sad for going on walks because he couldn't see me.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I feel that's.
That's
I didn't
sad.
understand it. Now I understand.
new
it.
guilt unlocked.
Yeah.
My kids will think I regret them because my husband and I went on a date night.
Oh, yeah.
My kids will think I regret them. Oh, that's
people
deep.
will tell you those type of things.
They do.
They will actually tell you those things.
The
and it
internet's
doesn't
crazy.
help.
They're like, you should never leave your baby in the first year. And you're like,
That's 365 days, sweetheart.
gosh, it's okay if I go on a date.
They're fine. I need to make all food from scratch.
Yeah, I believed that for 5 seconds.
That's all you
And
can.
I felt guilty. But then CJ just continuously gagged on what I made him. And I was like, I don't feel guilty anymore.
He wants the
He doesn't
process.
want this.
Screen time equals therapy bill later. Not therapy. Oh, I had so much screen time growing up. I am in therapy.
I asked my, wait a minute. Baby got bit by a mosquito, panicked, searched Reddit for 3 hours, convinced I let my baby get Zika virus. Husband found me sobbing in the closet.
Don't go on. Okay, if you're worried about it, Reddit should be the last. Don't even
Don't
Google
go
it,
to
but
Reddit.
don't Reddit it. Dang it. Oh, I'm
Reddit's a
glad your
dark
husband was
place.
able to intervene there.
Me too. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
When starting out a new business, the to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks, and it seems never ending. That's why it's important to find the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify.
I can attest to how simple Shopify is. I use Shopify for 5 years with my own business, and I mean, every day there's new things that just make it easier to use, better integrations. They're always improving, but they never make it more complex. I loved using Shopify, and I recommended it to everybody.
We're also using Shopify. If you don't know what it is, Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world. And you can get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand style.
I was blown away by the options of templates. They have really simple templates, minimal, any type of style that you want. And then also they have free templates and the ones that you can customize and spend a little bit more money on. I mean, their options are endless. You can tackle all these important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platforms is hosting the tool that you need. Everything is all in one place, making your life easier and your business operations smoother.
Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/Abby. That's shopify.com/Abby. That's shopify.com/Abby.
I can confirm that sound is beautiful.
And
Guilt
that's-
is crazy.
Guilt is really crazy.
It is crazy. And we all have these stories of just
Seriously.
taking us to dark thoughts, deep thoughts. And I feel like, do you feel like guilt and anxiety kind of go hand in hand? Are they the same thing?
No,
Because a lot of some of these,
What it's about.
like anxiety is like diagnosable, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if you could diagnose me with guilt.
like anxious thoughts or does
Oh,
anxiety
yeah.
cause guilt maybe more so?
I don't know. So like John Deloney has described guilt as like basically your body's, I'm not going to do this justice, and this is just how I'm regurgitating it, but like your body's like warning signal that you've like violated your own moral, like your own morals.
Yeah.
And so it's like, in that instance, it's not always bad, right? Like,
Right.
so sometimes so I can tell you some of my mom guilt where I'm like, okay, that is actually kind of a good little flag for me.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on my phone a lot in front of my kids and it'll be like, guilty, guilty. They're seeing me like looking down at a screen. I'm like, hey, that's actually a good flag for me. Like, I don't want to be on my phone a lot around the kids.
Totally.
So like, thank you, guilt. That one I'm gonna.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Like I like, there's a time and a place for me to use my phone. I'm not saying I never use my phone around my kids, but especially if I'm just like doing something that's not necessary or texting someone, I'm like, okay, put it down.
Right.
Or like things like that. But then there's other times where it's like, okay, this is going off. We can look at it and be like, is this something that I need to modify my life around and like believe this? Or is it like, hey, I need someone to speak into this and be like, that's not on you. This isn't real. This is lying to you. It's kind of like feelings in a way.
Right, sure.
I think, okay, so for my personal experience, you kind of touched on this. The guilt came in so hot and heavy by the time I had my second kid.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm actually now worried down the line. Does it get worse with
Each child. Well, you can let us know with the birth of this baby.
Spooked by it. Or maybe it's just like, okay, we've already cracked the multiples thing, and it's like now it's about the same.
Sure.
But the multiples is where the mom guilt really came in. I mean, for so many reasons. The first time I remember feeling it, like, honestly, like in a way that like took my breath, I was like crying, was when like Griffin was about, I'm gonna cry again. I'm not even that sad about it anymore. I've worked through it. Griffin's about to turn 1. I'm putting him down to bed. You guys were at our house actually. You probably don't remember this. And I was 1 month away from having Augie.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have just given up all my moments of just me and you. Like, there was so much guilt associated with having my second kid. Even though, like, Matt and I always say, like, lightheartedly together. Like, the best thing we've ever done for them is, like, give them each other because they just play so well. They have so much fun together.
Yeah.
But, like, in that moment, I literally was like, I just rushed this so much to the point where, like, Griffin got, like, no time alone with me. Then I had Augie, and I'm like, Augie never got us alone with him. And that just made it, like, I remember just being like, what do I do? I don't even know you as an individual because I'm always having you two together, and that created more guilt. And then I was like, I'm never playing with you guys separately.
Yeah.
Like, I would try to, but then someone else would need something. You're getting pulled in so many different ways as soon as you have more than one kid.
Right.
So that's where guilt started to really spiral for me personally. How do you feel it's been?
I mean, the minute Vivian was born and we went home, CJ got hand, foot, mouth. And that week was so sad to me. Like, I remember I would cry a lot talking about this for a good period of time after it happened because I remember CJ's face so vividly when he was trying to come near me to, like, be close to mom and see his sister. And I was like, you can't touch me, buddy. Like, you can't touch the baby. Because I was so scared of getting sick and her getting sick. And just the look of deep hurt on his face, I had never seen that before. And I just felt so guilty. So guilty. I was like, this is horrible. Like, he's so excited. He just wants to be sweet and tender. And here I am, like, shoving him away. So he's losing his mom at this, like, big transition. So that was the first time I remember I just sat on the couch and just sobbed. And Caleb just rubbed my back. And he was like, I'm sorry. This is so hard. And then I think for those first 2 months, I had so much guilt. I think this is when I talk about my feeling humbled in those first seasons of going from 1 to 2 was that I just truly felt like I could not take care of both of them. And I felt so guilty. Like, I was like, how can I not take care of my own kids by myself? And I just carried so much guilt. Like, I should be able to do this. I should be, you know what I mean? And those feelings were really like, oof. That was the first time I felt like gripped by guilt.
And I felt that too. Seriously, I was like, I'm so inadequate. Like, I'm supposed to meet their every single need independently.
Right.
And that's just not true.
No.
But it's just even saying that feels scary to even say because there's just like so much dialogue around like moms being like the ultimate like superheroes. And I truly believe that moms make it happen.
Totally.
But I think there's a good side to that where it's like, okay, this is confidence building, that you are made for this role. You can do this. Like, you will make it happen. You will show up for your kids and you'll meet their needs. But then this darker side of it where it's like, okay, well, you're actually not perfect. And so, so like, there's times where it's like, and also there's no need to do it like all by yourself.
I think about that a lot. I'm like, oh, how beautiful it is that my kids get to be loved by other people and not just from me. Like they get to feel the love and attention and being taken care of by their grandmas, by their grandpas, by his aunts, and and it's just in his uncles. It's like it's such a sweet, beautiful thing to have other people come alongside you and like love on your children and help take care of them too. And so yeah, that would almost be selfish to expect myself and like only want me to be the one that's fully caregiving to them.
They get so excited to see their grandparents, their cousins, their aunts and uncles. Like, and so, yeah, that's a good point to make too, because it's like, there's a part of it where you're like, okay, well, actually, they want to, like,
They want these other people.
they want other people.
Actually get sick
just
of me.
like you want community and you want other friends and you want to get out and do things.
Totally.
And so, like, there's a level to that as well. I don't know if you're right. The other type of major mom guilt I feel and still struggle with, but I feel like I've made a lot of progress in, is being a mom and also having work.
Yeah.
Like having that responsibility.
Totally.
So there's so many sides to that guilt. It gets so layered. This is something that I talk about like in therapy sometimes, because I'm just like, it's been hard to navigate, because I'm like, I feel like anytime that I'm away from my kids, like I want it to be like super justified. Like I feel like I have to go through all these hoops and jumps, and like even then I have to just continue to remind myself like it's okay. And it would get super bad with work specifically, because I think that I was lacking confidence in my work that was resulting in like a confusion for so let me explain this. So I heard this from Sadie Robertson, who heard it from Dr. Amen. And it sticks with me and I've actually revisited this because I'm like, this is a good reminder to continuously have. So like from working moms, he said, and I'm once again refer to them because they're going to say it so much more profoundly, but it was something along the lines of guilty moms create confused children.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So like when I'm like around the kid, like I'm like, oh, I'm like making all these, I'm just gonna sneak away, like do this, like kind of multitasking, not being clear or confident about what I'm doing or like what I feel called to do in my life, then they're just kind of like, my mom's leaving me. Why? And
she feels weird about it.
She feels weird about it, so I feel weird about it.
Oh, okay.
Like it kind of creates, and they could explain this a lot better, but I feel like that, for some reason, that like triggered something in me to learn to talk about my work differently, which then made me feel differently about my work and then made my kids feel differently about my work. So I think there's an age for this where like where it's more appropriate. But like I used to like literally be afraid to tell kids. They're like, well, why are we like, why is, they call my mom Honey. They're like, why is Honey coming over? I'm like, well, because Mommy has, like, I would be like, well, because she's going to play with you. And, like, you're going to do really fun things. And you're going to nap most of the time. But then you're going to wake up and you're going to play with her. And she's going to be sad. And I was like, okay. Like, and so then I'm like, well, now I'm like, Mommy has to work. I said, do you know why we work? Do you know why, why adults work and grown-ups work? And so we have a conversation of, like, why we work, why it's important to work hard.
Right.
And then, like, I feel like I could expand upon this as I get older. It's, like, why I feel called to my specific work and, like, kind of, like, build that out. And it's also good for me to hear saying to my kids.
Yeah.
And so now I have seen a change, like, in myself, but also in like with my kids. So now they know that like mom works. And for some reason that them knowing that, it felt like a secret before. And I think that's the thing too about working from home that has that extra layer. Like you kind of feel like you can like
you can do
sneak
both.
it.
Right.
Like you can sneak it. And so now they know that mom works. And that I feel like also they see me in a way it's like, oh, mom contributes to the household in this way. Not that you can't contribute to the household in other ways too, but like knowing that mom and dad are team in the household and like in bringing in the money, like that like funds our lifestyle. And we like talk about why we work and why it's good to have a good work ethic. And like having these conversations has really helped in turn, so many other benefits, but in turn it helped with my own guilt.
Sure.
And that was just like a really wordy way of saying that. I'm like, hope that made sense.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense.
But now they tell me, and so we had a conversation. This is like my infamous story I've told about my son a lot because I thought it was really funny because once I started making these changes, I think he started to think about like work, what people do for work a lot. We talk about it sometimes like careers. And the other day he wanted something. This was a couple months back. And I was like, hey, we got to have a conversation about like things cost money and like we have to, it's not like there's an endless supply of everything. Because I would always tell them, like, if they broke a toy, I was like, no big deal, we'll get another one. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, that's not life. There's not an endless supply of everything for anyone at any time. So, of course, like, mistakes happen, and we're not going to make you feel bad about them. But, like, I don't know that I needed to teach him that there's, like, a infinite supply of everything.
We still need to take care of our things.
Yeah, there's a layer to that. And so then he told me one day in the car, like a little while later, this was related to going to Disney World. And he was like, Mom, I need a camera and a pewter. And I was like, why, buddy? Like, first of all, I couldn't figure out what he was saying, because when he says camera, it sounds like grandma. Of course. I was like,
I need grandma and a pewter.
And I was like, what do you need? And then in his head, that was work. He wanted to do like a camera and have a computer so he could work and get something that he wanted. And it was Addie was like trying to book him for photos.
Yeah, I was like, you have a little camera, right? Oh, if you take pictures of me, I'll give you $5. He goes, $3.
Oh, what a good
knows
negotiator.
his
He gave you the family discount.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends and family.
And I didn't bring it up because he forgot to bring his camera, so I was like, I'm not gonna.
His camera has since broken, so
It has since broken.
and I'm actually sad about it, because all of his little pictures on it,
So cute.
they're probably
They're
gone.
gone. Oh,
That thing is broken.
that's hard.
Anyway, all that to say, it opened up a lot of, like, I have always told myself I want to be honest when I talk to my kids about things. Like, when we talk about food, I'm like, oh, you can't have that food because it's a choking hazard.
Right.
And then he literally took the bag of suckers to the employee at the Dollar Tree. He's like, is this a choking hazard? And I was like, so like, I'm like, you can't have this because it has alcohol. You can't have this because I've always like wanted to be honest. I was like, why was I tiptoeing around this subject so much? And it was because of my own guilt. Around doing something that I should not feel guilt for.
Sure.
But there is just like this whole thing.
Totally.
I'll let you.
I feel like it makes a lot of sense hearing you say that, because I think outside of moms or mothering or anything, anytime that there's not clarity, it is confusing. Like you think about in dating, like you want to have clear expectations and boundaries, and in marriage, so that makes a lot of sense hearing you talk about the confused children part. I think that was the part of the quote that I always was like, I guess I just didn't understand. So that makes a lot of sense, and it resonates a lot. I feel like for me, this area is something that before with CJ, I could always fit my work in. He would take a 4-hour nap.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's a nice rest.
He did that for like 18 months. So I would just work in his nap, it was really, really easy. Well, now obviously he's getting older, and now we have Vivian, and to the juggling, I couldn't just fit it in these nice little neat hours where he was away and I was alone and could focus and do these things, and he wouldn't see it. Well, now it's like, okay, we've talked a lot about this, having to put in systems into place, and it's been way better now that I'm like, hey, it's Monday, so it's a work day for Mom. Like, Grandma's going to come over and play, and Wednesdays are my work days. And if I don't say it confused, he is also not confused, and he doesn't ask. Like, he'll be like, Mom, are you working right now? And he's also like, he's respectful of that time. Like, it's not like he's at my leg begging me to play when I'm like, hold on, buddy, just let me do this on my phone 1 second. Like, I'm so sorry, I'm coming. It's like he has these clear boundaries too and knows what to expect. And I feel like that has been a real game changer in our house, is just having the expectations. So you've helped a lot in like helping me navigate and figuring those things out, because I think at first it is really hard to figure out what is going to work for you and what's not. And I had a lot of guilt around that, of like, I'm failing and I don't know how to set these, I don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. And I don't know, it's all confusing and it's hard. And I feel like a lot of it is trial and error, specifically in this area of work and schedules. But yeah, definitely guilt there.
For what it's worth, at the beginning, guilt was making me like not ask for help, because I was like, I'm just going to multitask this whole thing, and I'm going to be 100% mom and 100% work, and that's naturally going to work, of course. And then no, of course it didn't work. Like, that made me guilty in a different way, because then I was like on my phone or doing things when I was like, okay, they're looking at me like, why is she always on this device? They have no idea what I'm doing.
Totally.
I'm certainly not telling them that I'm working, because that felt shameful. Like, and so having those like clear boundaries of like, okay, 1 to 5, Monday through Fridays, mommy's work hours. You're still going to be with like someone, you're still in the same house as me, for heaven's sakes. Like, you're like 10 feet from me. You come in a lot. Like,
right.
And so like, they know that I'm here, but then having those like boundaries and like those parts of my mind also just made my work so much better, because then I was like, okay, now this is go time. This gets 100% of me right now. And then as soon as it hits 5, you guys will get 100% of me.
Right.
And so it just created so much more confidence in both areas and counteracted guilt in both areas so much. And that was a process, because I would tell you it probably took like 18 months of having 2 kids. So
Yeah.
And I had already had a kid before that. So I was just feeling confused all the time. So
Same. Yeah.
so much with work.
I mean, we all go through it, and ultimately it makes us stronger, better, more equipped, and more resilient women, you know? It's like we have to figure things out, and we want to do what's best for our family. And so, like, having to navigate, how do we do this in a way that's going to set our kids up for success first and foremost? Like, you know, it's like we're going to do what we can. And in the end, on the other side of it, once we figure it out, like you're saying, we do all come out confident, more clear, and like, you feel more loved. Like, if I even felt this with Caleb, if he's working in the kitchen and I'm in there cooking, I'm like, hey, don't work here, because I want to talk to you and hang out with you.
Yes.
But you're focused on work, and like, I want you to just go in the bedroom and close the door and be
Get
out of
it
here.
done.
So, so that I'm not like, oh, he's not listening to me or whatever. And it's the same way with her family.
That's
so,
a really good parallel, because I feel that way too. Where I'm like, okay, well, just
get out of here.
Just get out and do it, and then come back, and then
Right.
like
Give
then
us
we
your
can
full
talk and
attention.
play.
Yeah. It's like really just what our family wants is our full attention.
I just implemented a new thing actually starting this week, because obviously the work and the mom guilt side of it, and having an almost 8-month-old, so she's demanding more of my attention, and she's a mom's girl. Like, she
loves
wants
her mama
me all the time. And so and on the side of it, of budget friendly situations too, when you're working full time and from home and not wanting to spend a bunch of money on sitters and nannying and daycare and all the things, we are having a sitter come on Tuesdays and Thursdays during her wake window in the middle of the day. So from 12 to 3 when she's awake. And that's like the middle of my work day. I was having to like do both. And just the thought, we actually have just had a different schedule this week, but just the thought of knowing I'm going to have someone to watch Brielle those days, my Sunday nights are so much nicer. I'm not so anxious about coming to work on Monday because of these things, or it's scheduling time, even just for the different things we do. It's like, okay, they know I'm available these times to come do things in person. Like, it just, you working from 1 to 5 makes a clear expectation that if I text you before then, I'm never expecting a response. It's just clear expectations with your team, which is like cool too, if you're able to do that. So especially with having a sitter during their nap time, it just stinks. You're like, I don't need someone here. And so having someone during the wake window has been really helpful.
Yeah, that's a good tip. And hearing you say that, it's like, I think we've talked about this, but everyone thrives in routine, and kids thrive in routine. And obviously there's like flexibility within the routines,
Right.
but also within traditions. And so it's like, okay, we know, I think that's like the positive parallel, like the routine. But okay, we know Tuesdays and Thursdays, mom can just jam pack what she needs to get done on those days. And it could be really effective, really efficient. But then on the same time, it's like your kids kind of have the same expectation. And then you can have, I think we're trying to implement more tradition. And it's like, that's going to counteract some of the harder things that maybe they don't want to do. It's like what they're really going to remember is pizza night and like the fun things and family dinners, and, you know, every morning these days we go to the park or whatever, you know, it's like those are the things they're going to remember, not really more so that like mom had a babysitter for 3 hours during the day on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously. And some of this stuff can really last a long time, this guilt. So we actually had, in preparation for this episode, had planned to like ask our own moms about mom guilt and their experience with it. I accidentally made my mom cry.
Really?
Immediately. And I knew I knew what her guilt was. She feels so much guilt about she worked full time with me. Like, I think she had 6 weeks leave after having me. And then same with my brother. She had Blake over summer break, so she had like a little bit more time. But then, I mean, it was back to like regular with us as like infants. And so she has so much guilt about that still to this day. And it's like, I hate that she carries that. And they call it like, what is it? The Great American Mom Work Dilemma Crisis, guilt train or whatever. But basically, like, you work, you feel guilty. You don't work, you feel guilty. Like, there's no way around it. And like, unfortunately, like, I'm like, Mom, I didn't realize you still felt this way. She was like, yeah, I still do. And I said, what made it feel better? she's like, no, I still feel so guilty. And then she was saying, but once I was in school, then she like knew that I was like where other kids were, I guess, like even moms that stayed home, like would bring their kids to school.
Right.
And so
it was on the same, you're now on the same playing field as all the other kids.
Right. And then she chose to be a teacher because she'd have the same schedule as us when we were in school.
Yeah.
So she was ultimately still making like a sacrificial decision. Like she made her career option based on one that would still revolve around like her children's lifestyle, essentially. Because like she was actually even my 3rd grade teacher in school.
I'm surprised they allowed that.
3rd grade, man.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, no, it was really sweet. And I loved it. And I feel like every kid would be different. And it probably would have been different if I was any older than 3rd grade. But like we loved it. Blake was in my mom's class. I don't think it worked out as great for
Probably
Blake.
not. Surely not.
He's more disruptive.
He took like a little bit more
Liberties.
Yeah, that one.
He's like telling your mom no.
Yeah, he probably wasn't disruptive, but he was probably like, he was definitely probably calling her mom and not
Oh my
Miss-
God.
Miss
Oh, I called her
Biswell.
mom. Everyone called her mom.
How'd that work with homework with your mom? She help you?
I mean, 3rd grade.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember. I actually probably
what
didn't
grade
really.
did you get homework? I guess maybe 4th.
They give you homework, but I don't think it's very
serious.
serious. I don't know.
She grades papers. You do.
I
homework.
loved school. I was like, please let me just do it
Like,
all.
can I do extra credit?
Yeah, seriously. I was like
That kid.
That was that kid.
I actually was too in elementary. I loved it too. It's
It
so
was
fun.
It was my culture. So like she's still, and I was like, Mom.
Aw.
And then the other kind of guilt that my mom carried a lot, which I did not realize, was financial guilt. Like she was like, I feel bad that we weren't able to like afford certain things for you. And I was like, Mom, I had no idea that you felt that way. And I said, I literally wanted for nothing. And guilt is one of those things where it's like, I feel like I'm like, as much as I tell her that I didn't even realize what we were lacking, or like that I didn't compare my situation or what we had to other people at all. Like I feel like I could say that as often as I can, and she still wouldn't. That's the thing about guilt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's
internal.
an internal thing that you
Right.
can't, that you have to resolve within yourself. And that's
absolutely.
so, that's
deep.
That's deep right there.
That's some deep stuff. My mom's was actually, she gave some good examples that were outside of, I feel like work is such a common one that I think most people probably feel. My mom said that she feels guilty that she put so much pressure on us to like look perfect for holidays and get she made such a big deal about like creating the perfect image around these, like specifically she said holidays, but some of these big life moment things, which I think a lot of us experience that, like wanting to get the perfect picture so that we have the perfect memory of the perfect day. And that's like a pressure that we put on ourselves. And then it's easy to feel guilty if that doesn't happen. And she feels bad that she that she had those expectations. She's like, I wish I would have just like chilled and just enjoyed those moments more.
That's a good call out. As a
yeah,
mom
that
now
was
to like pay special attention to that.
Yes. And then the second one, which this I thought was interesting. She said, seeing what you cook for your kids and like what you guys all make, sometimes I feel guilty that I would just make you boiled noodles with Parmesan cheese and canned green beans.
It was the 90s.
And I was like, Mom, that's really sweet. But now she's like, in retrospect, having guilt.
Oh.
You know, like it's comparison. But I'm like, Mom, I literally made frozen chicken nuggets for CJ for like 6 months. So it's not like we're doing any different, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, we still love Parmesan cheese and noodles. So I actually am grateful for the ideas. But yeah, it's just like it never stops. Kind of is how we're talking. You know?
Yeah.
So I was really grateful that she shared. I feel like it was kind of a rushed conversation. I'm sure we'll talk more about it after this. But yeah, we just all experience it just in different ways.
Yeah. That's interesting, the thought of it happening in retrospect.
Yeah. It'll never end.
It'll never end. That is so interesting because our in-laws, I give them so much credit. They're very like, what's the word for it? Like reflective on their roles as a parent when their kids were young. Like always asking like, what are things that we could have done better? And that's they have so much humility asking questions like that.
Some of the most humble people I've ever met.
Like, I'm like, that is something that I'm like, I don't know if I will ever feel brave enough to, like, ask that question or, like, receive that feedback from my own children. It's like, that would make me quick to be, like, defensive. I'd be like, well, wait a minute. We did a lot for you, mister. Like,
right.
You know? And so I just, like, respect them asking that so much. And they're, like, and trust me, Caleb and Matt will both be honest.
They will.
Sheesh.
I'm so curious about that too, because usually when you ask that type of a question, it's because it's something that you're probably going to do again that you would like feedback on. But it's like, why do they need that feedback?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. They just love feedback.
Just love feedback.
Gotta
Yeah.
be me.
Yeah. I know. And they always receive it well.
They always receive it
Yeah,
well.
I know. I've learned a lot from watching that within their family. I guess I don't want to leave this conversation on kind of like a negative note. We don't really have like a solution or
Well,
positive
this
steps
is
moving
where I was going to
forward.
kind of bring it back to. Guilt doesn't always have to be a bad thing.
Right.
Like sometimes I think guilt should be honored like for a moment of like, okay, let's hold this for what it was. I'm noticing that I'm starting to feel some of these feelings arise around this, and like actually sitting and reflecting on them in the moment and being like, okay, maybe even like invite another mom or your spouse or just depending on what it is. And just like letting someone like actually be like, okay, like we said, it is an internal dialogue, but also like those thoughts can spiral until you like let someone else in on it. And I'm guessing 90% of the time, other mom will be like, I've been there too. I felt that too. And then also just that aspect of like, okay, we're all carrying like similar burdens. Like, are we all just terrible moms? Or is this just something that we're going to have to carry with us? And we also just need to just carry it lightly at times. Or sometimes it's like, hey, thanks for, flagging that one. I don't want to continue to do this with my next child or tomorrow even.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to continue to do this type of thing. Or like, I think there's so many things where it's like, okay, hey, I didn't react well to that. I don't want to do that again. And then also just like using that as an opportunity to also have a conversation with your kids. Like, hey, you know what? Mommy's making mistakes too.
Right.
I'm sorry about that. I don't want to do that again.
Right.
And so it doesn't always have to be a bad thing, but then also just evaluate that. And
I feel like my biggest solution, like through moving through guilt, is talking to people about it.
yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing. And voicing it out loud, like telling Caleb my exact thoughts and exactly how I'm thinking them, not sugarcoating them or dancing around them or making light of them. If they feel heavy, and like talking to you guys, I talk to you guys about them a lot, and getting feedback. And I think being open to the feedback, like sometimes it's like, hey, actually, yeah, like you've told me like, hey, you need to put systems in place with work. And that was so helpful to hear. And so just being receptive of the feedback and knowing that's like always for your good and your benefit. And it's like, yeah, it's a good thing to reflect on it. Exactly what you're saying.
yeah. And in trusted community too, though, because it's like sometimes I know who I need to go to if I just need someone to be like, you're amazing,
Yeah.
you are so special and beautiful and perfect. That you need to make no changes. And then also like, okay, I want to go to this person because likely they're going to have something I could do differently.
They're gonna be good honesty.
And like they're gonna be good honesty, and I need to steal
The
myself.
hard truth. You've got your like fun your truth, your light truth, and then your hard truth people.
Yeah, and then I'm like, Matt will always just be like, "You're awesome," and I'm like,
yes.
"Come on, thank you." I needed that sometimes. Like I feel like I go to Matt a lot about body image things or like guilt I have related to like my looks, which I'm like, I don't even know if that's necessarily guilt, but like intrusive thoughts or like feelings, things I'm starting to believe about myself.
Yeah.
And then like mom things with other moms or work things with like, other people that are in the same field. So
I'm such a passive person. I always front Caleb on. I always warn him on the front, and I go, I just want validation. And then I just kind of dance around. I'm like, I just need you to validate me right now, and then tell me I'm pretty. And then I'll kind of dance around what I'm. I'm like, oh yeah, today I just did my hair, and he's like, you're beautiful. Like I'm always trying to like sneakily say. I feel like sometimes I try to manipulate him into saying what I want to hear. You know what I mean? But now I'm just like, I need to be upfront. I am upfront. I'm just like, I need you to validate me.
I need you to validate me right now. Matt gets mad when I don't take a compliment. He's like, just take the compliment. I'm like, well, gosh, I don't believe you. So what am I supposed to do about that? I just simply don't believe you.
You're like, I know you're lying to me right now. Which he's
Well,
not.
he
He
gets
never
really
is.
He doesn't lie to
frustrated
me. I know that too.
when I like complain about my body or like different things. He's like, it makes him frustrated. He's like, it's not true. Stop. Like he's like, stop saying that.
Literally.
I'm like, but
I'm like, do you want to just be a woman for one day?
look at yourself in the
Turns
mirror.
it into a male versus female crisis.
Trust
Like, you're
me.
beautiful. Try being a woman.
You don't know the life I
You
live.
don't know what a life I'm living.
So yes, like
That's
I'm
great.
just saying. I guess if you hear anything from this, is that like we're three moms.
We're with you.
We're
We
with
all feel
you.
it.
We experience it too, and some of these things we can laugh about, and someone's like, okay,
Some of it's serious, some of it's funny, and some of it It's just all relatable.
It's all relatable.
And this was a messy conversation about
this was
mom
messy
guilt.
for sure.
But I'm glad we talked about it. Yeah.
I'm glad we talked about it. Thank you to Needed for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
Pregnancy and postpartum are some of the most nutritionally demanding times in a woman's life, and there are so many options for supplements. That's why we want to thank Needed for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
Needed offers products that are formulated by experts in women's health and recommended by over 6,000 practitioners.
Their starter plan includes a prenatal multi made with bioavailable nutrient forms and omega-3 that is sustainably sourced. I really appreciate the sustainably sourced part of it. I feel like you never actually know what ingredients you're getting with the supplement, and I really appreciate that Needed is so transparent about where they find their ingredients.
And the fact that practitioners are recommending it also speaks volumes, because sometimes I'm like asking my doctor, I'm like, which one to take? And they're like, oh, well you know.
Yeah,
and
a little
it's
bit of
just
this, a little bit of that.
I'm like, there's so many things to consider. It's nice that it's one multivitamin that fits all your needs.
Their prenatal multi and omega-3 are designed to meet mothers and babies' optimal micronutrient needs.
Up to 95% of mothers aren't meeting their omega-3 needs. Give your body the omega-3 it needs for fetal development, hormonal and mood balance, postpartum recovery, healthy breast milk, a healthy inflammatory response, and more.
Head over to thisisneeded.com and use code ABBY for 20% off your first order. That's THISISNEEDED, thisisneeded.com, and use code ABBY for 20% off your first order. Ask Abby.
Let's listen to you guys and hear what you have to say. We have a voicemail segment each week. If this is your first time tuning in, you can call the number 602-456-9690, and we get to hear from you. Any curious questions, any serious questions, hey, we'll accept comments, feedback as well. So you can call in, and we're going to listen to 2 or 3 today.
Hi, Abby, and Addie. My name's Bree. I love the podcast. You guys are such an inspiration to me. Me and my boyfriend want to get engaged here in a couple months, and so I would love to hear your guys' engagement stories and all of your emotions leading up to that, and if you guys kind of knew when he was going to propose. Love the podcast. Bye.
So
we
fun.
never get to talk about this.
This is
fun.
fun.
You go first.
Well, ours was fairly simple. So I guess as a kid, I always thought that like when when the guy proposed, that the girl was just caught off guard.
I used to think that too.
Like they hadn't, and then as an adult, I was like,
oh,
you
no,
know
you
what?
pick out the ring together.
Well, I was kind of just like, you don't want to be caught off guard by a question
right.
like that. Gosh, that's pretty serious. You want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And then it's just more of a romantic gesture that he's the one who does it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we had so many conversations like that. We had like sought mentors. We had we got married really young, so we had to have a lot of conversations with family and parents for like a year leading up to this point. And then we even did like pre-engagement counseling, which I mean, that's pretty thorough.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like and read books, like we had done all these things. And so then Matt had said, he's like, I don't want to be engaged very long. He's like, I only want to be engaged for 6 months. And so I was like, well, I know we're not getting married at Christmas time. It was summer. And so I was like not actually expecting it. But I knew that we were going to get married. I had known that for a long time at that point already. And so then I was visiting him in Florida, where he was there for the summer, and we went to Disney to celebrate his birthday because I actually love Disney too. And it was mostly for me. And so then the morning of, we got there right before the park opened, and Matt's like, I want to take a picture. And I was like, we have to go straight to the rides because you don't know how these wait times are going to get so long. You don't know Disney, but I know Disney. We cannot be taking a picture. We will do it later. Why do you want to take a picture? Like, I was so confused. And he's like, no, I really want to take a picture. And so he literally finally gets a Disney photographer that is just unassuming. No one knows what's going on. Hands his phone that's already recording to a random Disney park attendee. And I put my arm around him, and he is trembling.
Oh.
He was shaking.
Oh, my God.
So much. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with him?
Yeah.
And because once again, he said so many times he wanted me engaged for 6 months. Then he gets down on one knee, and I have no idea what he said. He said that the night before he'd asked one of his buddies like what he should say because he was like trying to write it out, and he's like, dude, just speak from the heart. So then he's like said something, and then I was like, and then he stood up, and the video is so funny because I literally just hug him. We don't kiss. And then I said, thank you. I was so caught off guard.
Yeah.
I was genuinely like, and no one believes me. My mom was like, no, you knew. I was like, I didn't even know that he had brought this ring to Florida.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know. We had looked at rings.
Right.
I didn't even know that we had. This was the first one I tried on.
I don't even know if Matt told us that he was proposing.
I don't know if my family knew. Like, I think it was an impulse thing. I mean, they knew that we were going to get engaged.
Yeah, he had
I don't think they knew what was happening that day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when my mom's like, you knew. I'm like, did you? Like, and so
Who knew?
Then we were engaged for like literally over a year.
Yeah, sorry about
and
that.
so I was like, what in the world? But it was so, I like look back at it, it was like so sweet because the rest of the day we were just giddy. Like we just had so much fun at Disney, like going on rides. And I was just like beside myself, like excited. And then we actually had no family or friends there. And it was just really honestly special.
Aww.
It was simple. You know, I feel like now I don't know. Like, I'm sure if I got engaged at 27, it would look differently. But that was perfect for getting engaged at 19, honestly. Like, I was like, this is like the start of our life together. So, of course, it's special that it's just us together.
Yeah.
And we'll have everyone at the wedding day and everyone at, like, you know, all the receptions to follow. But it was kind of fun that it was just us, honestly. I always thought that everyone would be there, but the way that it just worked out with just us was really special.
Yeah,
too.
so intimate.
Long-winded story.
In a memory just for
I
you guys.
remember every detail of that because I was literally just like, it's like so random. I just remember him shaking. He's like, I was so nervous. I was like, we had only talked about getting married for like 3 years straight.
We'd only talked about it
You
for
knew
3
that
years.
I was going to say yes. He's
Right.
like, yeah, I knew you were going to say yes. I just
know.
was so, I think the
moment.
moment was so big,
For
you know,
sure,
like
for
the thing that
sure.
he was asking.
It was a surprise, and the biggest surprise of your life, you know?
Yeah.
So, of course, he was nervous. That's sweet. He did like a big gesture. Caleb is kind of a big gesture romantic
is.
guy. And this was really fun. It had been our 6-year dating anniversary at this point. Caleb had previously talked to my dad and asked if he could take my hand in marriage the formal way. And my dad had asked him to wait because my sister was getting married that September. He said, will you please wait to propose until after her wedding? So that was in the summertime. And Caleb waited. So really the week after my sister got married, I know Caleb had another conversation with my parents about when this was going to happen. And it was October. It was our 6-year dating anniversary. I thought he was going to pop the question at dinner. I remember being so sad because he left the next day to go back to school and he didn't ask the question. I remember telling him that night, like, I am so sad that we didn't get engaged this weekend. Well, the next day, I think he leaves to go back to school. He was a senior. I had already graduated. And I had a Bible study that night. And that night we had decided to do a bonfire as a group instead of going to someone's house. And so I get in the car with some of them. We're carpooling. They drive me to this park kind of near our homes. And we pull up and I see this guy in a suit just sitting on a rock. And I'm like, that's really weird. And I'm just looking at him. And then I realize that it's one of Caleb's best friends that lives in Kansas City. And his name is Charlie. And I roll down the window and I go, Charlie, why are you here? And then it hit me and I go, Charlie, why are you here? And I get out of the car. They pull me up. He's sitting there on this rock. Charlie reads me a letter that he wrote to me about just like watching Caleb and I date and just how excited he is for us to get engaged. And then I walk, he gives me a flower and I like led through this path along this park and it's all of Caleb's groomsmen lined up. And so it's like stop by stop and they all read me a letter that they wrote me. And then at the end is Caleb on this stage in the park and it had lights and roses everywhere. And it's dark at this point. So like the sun had set and everyone's in suits and I'm in my pajamas, not wearing a bra. Because I was the only one not informed of this already going down, which is hilarious because all these pictures, everyone's dressed so nice, and then I'm literally in sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And Caleb gets down on one knee and he asks, and behind the stage is like a brick wall, and it's all of our family and our friends, and you guys were there, which I'm so happy you were there.
Well, Matt wrote a letter to you.
Yeah, it was Matt and Josh, and then Caleb's grooms or like best man. So it was everyone, which was so sweet. I'm sure I still have all those letters written. Or I think they just read them to me off their phone. But we have it recorded, which is really fun. And then we had a dinner party afterwards. with everybody. It was
was
so
fun.
special. It was the most romantic thing ever.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Addie, you want to share yours?
Oh, sure. Let's see. Mine's kind of funny. Mine was on a Sunday. Let's backtrack a little bit, actually. I knew we were going to get engaged. I knew he had the ring. He probably got the ring in June. It was also the first one I tried on. I'm like, and it was one that I was
Something
like,
about the first one.
Yeah.
I knew I had always wanted like this style of ring, and I was trying to not go with one that was like cool at the time. Like I was like, I'll just go with the one I've always wanted, even though like maybe a different one was piquing my interest. So, and I still love it. But he got the ring in like June, and then he didn't propose until the end of September because I wanted our friends to be there, and I think he knew that too. And so we waited till everyone came back for school, and then it was a Sunday. I was at church. I was like, when the heck is he going to do it? Also at this time, type A person. We've already booked our wedding venue.
Oh.
You booked your venue before you were engaged? Oh my gosh, I love that.
I knew where I wanted to get married.
Your venue was
So we
amazing.
booked it. Yeah. And so it was already booked. So I was like, what the heck? Like, we got to get things moving so I can plan a wedding. I was like, I won't do anything else until I'm engaged. And then Sunday at church, I'm like checking his location. I'm like, where is he? Because he didn't go to the same service as me, which is not normal. And then the girls next to me afterwards were like, we saw that you just kept checking his location. Luckily, he was just at his house until after church. After church, my girls, we went and we took photos because we were taking roommate photos for the coop where we lived. And then as we're walking back, I text my friend Abby because in the morning I texted her and I had said, I think I'm getting engaged today. We're walking back to the car. I said, it's not happening because I thought it was going to happen when we were taking photos with everyone. Like everyone would think, no, I get blindfolded and then get thrown in the car and they're like, we're getting initiated to the coop.
Oh
so
my
that we do
gosh.
Which
initiations.
is actually a thing. Unfortunately.
It is a thing for this home.
You guys are
So I
fun.
knew that had also needed to come because I hadn't been initiated into the home yet. Backstory, Abby also lived at this home before me.
Okay, you hazers. No, I'm just kidding.
It is. That's what it is.
It was so I don't even know we went into a gas station. I had to get some things and order and get food from some restaurant and went up to I had a dance somewhere and then they were like, we're going home, and I'm like, we're really still, I'm blindfolded, but I'm like, we are not that far from home, surely. And then we pull up and a mint goes in my mouth because they were feeding me random food.
They
also
shoved a
while I was
mint in
the
your
car.
mouth. The girlie's
They shoved a
watching
mint in my
out.
mouth and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like squeezing their hands. And then Blake had set up at a park in Springfield a blanket. It was under this like pergola and he set a blanket and like a picnic basket and he proposed and said some things. I don't really remember all the things. What I do remember is he said, Satan's gonna hate us like 2 or 3 times. And I was like,
baby.
that's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
He was also shaking too. So then we got engaged, went back to the coop, and everyone was there. All of my friends, the family was there. My sister had come from Dallas, and we just had a fun engagement party afterwards. So.
Sweet. I actually never heard that story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It
so
was
fun.
sweet. It's always a fun one to look back because it was also when I got initiated, so that was kind of funny.
The fact those are attached.
Yeah, I know.
They're like,
real.
we'll knock 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, exactly. She'll never know.
That's so fun. And it's fun that your friends are like all in on it. You know,
Yeah.
that makes it so fun.
Yes, because I also was begging them. I'm like, guys, you have to figure out when he's proposing, because get him on it. I can't remind him anymore that he needs to do this.
Can't remind him anymore.
Hi, friends. I have been a long listener for ever, but we are friends. I mean, y'all are my best friends. But I have 4 little girls. One just turned 12, and we're about to start having the sex talk. Did your mom talk to you about sex? Did she not? What would you want to do? How should I do it? How in depth should I go? Thanks for listening. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. I love that. No, I never had a formal sex talk. My mom just kind of took things as they came. I remember I'll never forget 6th grade, learning some things on the track and going to my mom. And I remember she's in the bathroom in the toilet and I'm like talking to her through the door and I'm like, Mom, asking her what like foreplay basically is and all these like deep things. If you ask my mom, she gave us a sex talk. If you ask us, we never had a sex talk. So I don't know if I'm one to speak in on this.
I actually brought it up with my parents as an adult. I was like, you never did that, right? They're like, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Is that
hilarious.
not what
It's
sex
a
ed is
generation.
for? It's cool.
Listen,
That's where I learned.
Okay, well, here's my memory. After dance one day, we went to Subway.
Right.
And my mom sat me down and she was like, one day you're going to bleed out of, and I was like,
you're going to bleed.
I was sort of like, you're kidding me because I just told Chloe that that's not true. I told her that that's just pee. And I was really just like, I can't eat my food. And so something about that conversation made me not want to be a girl anymore. I was like, I don't want to do it. And then, so I didn't, that was like the puberty talk because we were about to do the talk in school. So she was like, I feel like I should probably prep her. So I wasn't just sitting in my little blue plastic chairs, like just around the corner. And that still was traumatizing in a different way. The boys come back into class and they're like, what did they tell you about?
I remember that.
And we had like pads.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I don't know. My mom did give me a good period talk.
Little did they know I was like 5 years down the line. They're like, girl, you don't need to worry right now. It's going to be a long time. You are not going to bloom for a while. No. So they did the puberty talk.
Yeah, I had that.
And then nothing beyond that. But public school did some things for me. I heard a lot of things that I was very confused about.
Public school will teach you everything.
They're like,
you need
if
to
you
know.
lay naked with a boy,
Right.
and if you fall asleep naked with a boy,
Yeah.
you will get pregnant.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh.
That's what I believe.
Slept with my brother a couple times. I really hope our clothes stayed on. They did. I was just like, there's so much confusion.
There was.
And so, I've thought about this a lot. I think our parents probably know that, they probably could have, talked about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
No big deal. It's fine. We figure things out. But with my own kids, I don't think I want to. I've heard the advice before of like, as they ask, then they're ready. It's like, I actually kind of want to be the first to speak on some of these big topics.
Yes.
So I want to be a little proactive about these things. And I think it's equally important for raising girls and raising boys to be proactive in having those conversations.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do things a little bit differently, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Right.
Surely everything's fine. But
I have a vivid memory of my friend in 7th grade. She got like a thorough, in-depth sex talk, like talking about how it all works.
Okay.
Like in depth. And she came back and explained it to all of us at a sleepover. And I was like, what goes in where? Oh my gosh, like being so freaked out. Yeah. I literally just thought at that point, if you rolled around naked in bed, that's how babies were made.
That's how I got to where I was because my friend's mom, I love how all the friends like get together.
Yeah,
they're like,
so
what
what
did
did
your
you know?
mom? What do you know?
Literally.
What do you know? That's crazy. Your brother, like, it's
Yes,
like,
totally.
that's dangerous. But like my friends, like her mom got the like American Girl doll book and they went away. They went to St. Louis for the
That
weekend
was a
and
good
had like
book.
a girl weekend.
Cute.
And I was like, that's a good idea. But I do honestly think it shouldn't be like the talk thing. Like the more I think about it, I'm like, it should probably be like an ongoing thing where we can continue to ask. I think that was like our parents' generation. They're like, you sit them down one time,
Yeah.
you get it done, you never bring it up
Rip
again.
the Band-Aid.
Rip the Band-Aid and never bring it up again.
Right.
And the kids are like traumatized. Totally. They're like, one time
never
my
talking about
mom
this
said
again.
penis. It was really scary.
Totally.
So maybe we'll just do an ongoing thing. Maybe don't make it one time. But I honestly, you're more experienced than me. You have 4 kids. She's 12.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
You know what
and
she's interested
You know
in.
what? You asked about our personal experience, and it was just very confusing for me.
It was confusing. I don't think you can mess it up. I mean, I'm sure there are ways you probably could. Actually.
You could probably mess it up.
You probably mess it up. But
Sexuality is so vulnerable.
It
and
is.
like, you know.
Yeah, I feel like you asking, there's already, like, you want to do it the right way. So I'm sure you've already done so much research on it and, like, some ideas of how you can approach it. I feel like the biggest thing is just being available for questions. My mom was really good. She was available for questions.
True.
And, yeah.
Did you get to sex talk, Addie?
I don't think I did. I feel like I learned most of it from school.
Yeah.
And then you get the adverse effects of church too.
Yeah.
Of the like, don't do that. Definitely
Yeah.
Just
don't
came up
do
in
that.
church and, like, the toxic purity culture time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's better now.
Yeah. No, literally a girl. No, I remember this from church one time. It was like, here's Tupperware and here's fine china.
That's just horrible.
Which one do you want to eat off of?
I'm traumatized, and I didn't even experience
Tupperware,
that.
you wash it, you use it again, and then it's like you set it aside, you don't use it all year. Like,
Whoa.
And is this a man? I'm not that type of person, but who's the one showing
Who
the
gave you the
Tupperware in the
talk?
China?
I don't know, it was a woman.
Oh gosh, even worse.
I'm glad we've moved past that. I'm glad we've learned that that's not the right way to talk about this.
I will say I am one of 3 girls. So I have 2 older sisters.
That's true.
So it's also a little different, but not relating to the sex, but relating to like the puberty and those changes. My parents had the Keeping Care of You book.
That was
and
such a good book.
I think it passed down from each of us girls. It showed me how to put a tampon in.
Yep.
It shows you how to take care of your breasts and when things change. And it talks a little bit about like body safety and things like that. So I think that's where it kind of maybe goes in a little bit there. But it just talks about healthy and hygiene and those types of things. So that was a good book I do remember from.
Same.
So.
I just got a really funny memory of the first time my mom took me to get a bra, and we were into Shopko, which Matt brought to my attention that he doesn't know what Shopko is.
I don't know what
Yes, it
Shopko is either.
I can't explain it to you guys. It's a budget store that we went to.
Great.
It was in my town. We didn't have a lot of shopping options, especially for a bra that was going to be about this big. So I put it on. I had my Aeropostale long fitted graphic tee, and my dad
Absolutely.
felt my back, and he's like, "I hurt," and he rubbed my, and then I was like,
I can't wait.
never wore it again.
I think
Never
I
wore
wore
it again.
tank tops from Justice as
Justice
bras
camisoles.
for a long
Someone should have told us
Under
that
t-shirts.
wasn't enough.
Yeah, we needed
Under
a
a
pad in
t-shirt,
there.
I would wear that as a bra.
I was like, "This is my bra. It's built in. What
Yeah.
a perk."
My first bra, I said, Mom, I think I'm ready for a training bra because I just want to be trained. And so she took me to Old Navy and I got like a cloth. It was just a cloth.
Yeah,
sports
those
bra.
are like underwear.
And I remember I went to school the next day and we wore uniforms. Our uniform shirts were white and I had a white bra on underneath. And a girl felt my shoulder and goes, "Ooh, I know what you're wearing." And I go, "Shh, don't tell anyone." They could all see it through my polo.
I didn't know you wore uniforms.
And yeah, when I went to Catholic school through 5th grade.
That's funny. That was
Yeah.
like the first time I wore mascara to school, and this girl said to me, she's like, "You're wearing makeup." And I was like, "No, I'm not." And then I never wore it again.
The first time I ever shaved my leg, I shaved back here because I was like, I gotta try it out. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to shave my leg, so I shaved the back of my thigh.
Wow.
My friend's mom told her that she wasn't supposed to shave from
Above the
here
knee?
up.
Yeah, my mom told me that. I said, "Sorry, Mom, I'm going to."
Why is
I
that?
don't know. I think
Oh, because they
they
didn't
just-
want you to shave down there?
No, I think my mom said the hair was different. It was wrong. She was misinformed.
Misinformed.
Just walking around with hairy thighs?
Yeah, she's like, it's thinner hair. You can't see it, it is thinner.
Just a
It
clear
still should
line.
be
You're
shaved
like,
out.
"Oh,
I mean, my
cross
thigh hair is
the-
not dark, but my leg hair is dark. I don't know. I love these girlhood things. I'm
Me
like, I can't wait
too.
to hear Vivian and Brielle's thing.
Oh my God.
Like, what are the embarrassing things that we're gonna do?
They're gonna have a chat like this one day.
Yeah, they're like, our
Remove-
mom is so embarrassing. What is it with boys?
They're
Like,
gonna,
how is it
they're
gonna
gonna
be?
come to you, Abby. You're gonna be their Aunt Abby. They're gonna come complain about us. What are you gonna say to them?
gosh." I'll be like, of course, to them, I'll be like, "I got your back, girl." And then I'll be like, "Okay.
Yeah. So
Here's
anyway,
what's
here's what they
actually
told
going
me.
on.
You need,
boy
you need to get
drama?
this boy away from me."
I agree.
Wait, so cute.
Hey girlies, this is Kaya. I was just wondering if you guys were on Dancing with the Stars, who would your dream partner be? And what would your first song pick be? Love the podcast. Thanks.
That's a fun question.
What was the question, actually?
Who's your dream partner on Dance with the Stars? I'm looking at my song.
What was the second half? What would your song be?
Yeah, what would be your first song choice?
Do the contestants get to choose?
I think there's a night that they can choose a song. But it's usually there's a memory attached, but I'm just going with this.
I feel like you have something on deck right now. You go
Val,
for it.
for sure.
Why Val? I was going to say him too, but then I was like, Mark kind of is really fun.
He's an attractive guy, and I think he's good at dancing.
Well, see, that's why I chose Mark, because I was like, I feel like I don't want that kind of...
I too.
No offense to Mark, but...
I don't know any of the partners. Who are all the male? I've actually never watched the show.
We watched it
You've
together.
never
Adam.
I watched
Dancing
one
with the
episode with you
Stars?
guys. I watched all the clips online.
Okay.
I can name you all of
But I
them,
only
but I
watched Alex
will
Earls
just look
and
up a list.
Whitney.
You know, this show has been going on for literally years.
I know. I only watched this year with Alex Earl, She Crushed, and some of the other girls.
So we
Whitney.
have Val, Mark, Brandon. Do you know who these people are when I'm saying their
I would
first
know the
name?
names, yeah.
Brandon Armstrong, Ezra, Sosa, Pasha, Alan, Gleb, Sasha.
Who has the most trophies?
Derek Huff.
Okay, give me Derek.
That's a good choice.
Give me
too.
Derek or give me death. No, I'm just kidding.
Who has the most trophies?
I want to be the winner.
He has really good choreography.
Is he still on the show? I
He's
thought he
a
was a
judge now.
judge.
He's a judge now.
Okay, who is still on the show that has a lot of trophies?
Probably Val. Mark Ballas is next to Derek. So it's Derek Huff.
I already got Mark, so.
And then
Shoot,
Mark.
well,
So
I didn't
Derek.
know only one person could claim it at one time.
Yeah, we're on the same season.
Same season. So we
Oh.
had Derek
We're
at
competitors,
6,
so good
Mark
luck.
at 3,
Okay.
Val at 3. He's mine. You can. That's Cheryl. That's a woman.
So you guys have
Usually.
Mark and Val, the two best?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I was a little slow. Okay, I'll take.
Who would I would suggest for you?
I feel like Ezra.
You would enjoy Ezra.
Give me Ezra.
You would vibe.
Well, maybe Derek will come back.
Brandon
for
is
my
so
season,
funny
just a
though.
Special request.
What
we
song
want
would you
you to-
guys
okay.
choose?
Okay.
Oh, what song?
You can't tell me that man wouldn't take the opportunity to jump back on a choreographer. He's a great choreographer.
I would want a fun party one that like, oh, you know what I would do? I like to move it. Griffin and Augie would just be beside themselves.
That's
Amazing. I would do Celine Dion. My Heart Will Go On.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a
wow.
vibe I wasn't expecting.
I know. It's just no. I'm sorry. Not My Heart Will Go On. You were history with the slamming of the door. What's that one called? I can't remember when or where. What's that song called? And I banish him. I'm not gonna keep singing it. You and I had ever made.
Oh, I thought a really fun one would be Where the hell my husband?
Do they have to be fun?
Oh, yeah. No.
I want it to be a fun one because I'm like I don't want to do like a romantic.
Oh, yeah. I feel like
Who
mine-
sings that song?
Celine Dion.
My song is It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Is
That's
that
the one.
song.
Yeah, I would do that one. Mhm.
I would do Down by Jay Sean and Lil Wayne. Baby, are you down, down, down? Specifically
pick
the
rap.
rap section.
We could pick rap songs.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, then Migos. All of them.
That song gets me hype.
Migos stir fry specifically.
Stir fry. That's crazy.
The big onion
that's-
booty make the world cry.
That's not getting you a mirror ball.
Hey, remember the one time we went dancing?
yeah, it was great. We went to the club. No one else danced.
Club.
Had no
So-
drinks.
No.
Made me sober.
God,
I love this
Nachos.
overnight at the club.
Yeah, it was
That's
so
all I
funny.
know.
It's the better way, believe me. Okay, I have an always hungry recipe, but it's not. It's my own recipe, and it's for overnight oats. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
delicious.
Here's my thing about overnight oats. Do you eat them cold?
I do. Yeah, I like them like that.
that.
You don't like that?
I had that same question.
Listen, you have to put a lot of sugar in it. Like not sugar, but like sweet things.
See, I like warm oatmeal.
I love warm oatmeal too, but I also love a good cold oatmeal, and it's just nice making it the night
Okay,
before.
let's hear it.
Okay, you do a half cup oats. Listen, I don't have a link that goes in the description, so just
Write it down.
write it, pause it, pull out a pen, and write this down. Okay.
Get your post-it notes.
Get your post-it notes.
We can
A half cup rolled oats. Okay. 3/4 cup almond milk or milk of choice. 1 tablespoon chia seeds. Eyeballed amount of honey, maybe a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. Some frozen blueberries. Stir it up. Oh, a dash of cinnamon. Just a dash. Not too much. Not too little. Stir it up. Put the lid on it. Put it in your fridge overnight or for 2 hours. Okay, when you get it out, you're going to slice strawberries. And then this is the most important part. Only this granola is acceptable. It is the bare naked granola in the cashew and cacao flavor. It's the best. It's got the chocolate, the cashews, the crunch.
You're putting
You got the
granola
blueberries
on
and
the
the
oatmeal.
strawberries and the chia seeds. And then give yourself like an hour after that so you have enough time to go to the bathroom, because you will go to the bathroom after you eat this.
It's the chia seeds.
It's the chia seeds. That's delicious.
Wow, that was so detailed.
Hannah was writing the notes over here. I was watching it
is
come
typing
in. She was
furiously.
typing
Hannah, let me talk a
hands
little
away.
faster. 3/4
She's a scribe now.
Sorry.
I just realized I've never actually linked my sourdough pretzel bites, and I made those
Oh.
for Easter, and I'm like,
The
we
last
talk about
episode
those?
we talked about it.
I talked about them,
And
but it
she
wasn't
made
my
it.
recipe, and I made
Right.
them, and now I'm like, I need to share the recipe.
Do you have any more?
No,
Oh.
they also don't save. My grandma was also against it. She was like, you should not be making these because it's going to spoil everyone's dinner. And I was like,
I
well,
ate them and dinner.
I ate tons of them.
that's up to them. That's up to them. And then she started eating them and she was like, whoa. These are so good.
They're so good.
And you know what? Sourdough, so gut healthy, okay?
Right.
So that's it for Always Hungry. What are we doing? Okay. Thank you so much, those of you that have written reviews. Seriously, it means so much. If you could take just a minute to just whatever platform you're listening to this on, just tell them you like it, basically. Heard it, rate it, 5 stars, like it. Me, Abby, and Addie really appreciate it. But we also have more people behind the scenes than you probably realize that also appreciate this feedback too and are looking at those as like markers of this podcast. So thank you so much. If you listen to it and enjoy it, just let us know.
Yeah.
One Pressy says, my favorite girls, 5 stars. I love you guys so much. I love having a good group of girls to listen to when cleaning or just chilling. I hope you guys do longer episodes. I feel like there have never been long enough. Well, I hope you liked last week's episode. I don't know what that's going to end up as, but we were going crazy.
We were going crazy.
So thank you. Gosh, don't tell us because it's just going to get
we'll keep
crazy.
Blabbing. You want to blab? We'll blab.
We will blab.
Thank you guys so much. If you want to leave a voicemail and potentially get on the pod, you guys can call the phone number 602-456-9690. That is such a fun aspect of our show. We love it so much, and we're so grateful to you guys for calling in. Do we have a book club announcement or anything? Is that next week?
That's a good time to say that. Yeah, keep reading
Just Friends.
Just Friends.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with it.
Yeah, it's cute.
By Haley Pham. That is our April book. And then we'll do like a little book club meeting on the podcast, the last episode of April.
Well, that's all we got, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, we're always here.